Right, so never compromise your self-respect for a rascal like paycheck. Little story for you lot. So obviously you lot probably seen that video that I made where I'm talking about how much I've been paid on some of these construction sites and that. Now obviously this one that you can see on the right hand corner of the screen and that is the most I've ever been paid on a construction site, 2,430. I believe maybe some of the money was due to like the Christmas bonus and that. I'm not too sure in it, but if you've watched the previous video where I'm talking about how much I've been paid on these construction sites and that, you will see easily man was making £2,000. I'm taking on £2,000 after being taxed £500 a month. Yeah. So after tax, I'm taking on 2 grand. I've done it several occasions and that. Obviously, man's not gonna show you like every single invoice and that, but man's was taking on that sort of money every week easily and that, and on other jobs as well. Yeah, not just the infamous Holborn job. So like I said, never compromise your self-respect for a rascal paycheck. You can, I won't. If a manager's chatting mad, I'ma stick it on them. If I get fired, I get fired. Didn't you? So look a story for you lot. So this is how I got fired from the infamous Holborn job when I was earning a minimum of £2,000 a week after tax. So let's say in early July of 2019, I was working at a construction site. I got laid off forward slash fired. Yeah, got kind of laid off in it. From there, I took 2 weeks off work and I came up to this house and I was kind of like just chilling and relaxing and that. And I thought, yeah, maybe in September, so this time it's July of 2019, maybe in September, I'll go back to work, innit? So anyway, after 2 weeks, man got a phone call because man's registered with various different agencies and that. And they will just contact you on a random, like, yo, we got this job, we got this contract and that. Are you interested? Are you available? So anyway, man got a phone call from someone at an agency. Big up Joe, Gingerhead Joe, innit? Yeah, big you up still. He's like, yeah. This lady called Joe, she hit me up and said, we've got this job going. Obviously, you've worked for us previously through the agency on a different construction site, which was Alexandra Palace. If you've seen the previous video, I was talking about I was working at Alexandra Palace. Would you be interested in working in Holborn for however long and that? So I really didn't want to go back to work in it, but I thought, nah, you know what? Since it came to me, fuck it, I'll do the job. I was just planning to go there and fuck about for a couple of weeks and then just bust out and then take my month and a half, 2 months off to relax and that. So I was like, yeah, all right, fuck it, boom. So anyway, she said, all right, then cool. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get back to you in a couple of days' time. I'm gonna send you some information. I need you to fill it out and that whatever in it. So what these agencies do is they'll phone up 10 man, although they've only got 2 job positions and that, just so that they know, okay, they've got enough people to start this job. And what they'll do is they'll end up not phoning the 8 other people because obviously they only got 2 jobs. They need reserves and that, innit? So boom, I was just hoping I was one of those reserves. Like she weren't gonna really phone me back. And you lot that I made it this far, yeah. If because I'm trying to make this video, keep this video under 10 minutes. If I go over that, I'm only going to put up a bit of this video. You have to go onto my YouTube channel to see the full version, yeah, if it goes over 10 minutes. So boom, we're at the basic 3.5 minute mark now. So boom. So I thought she weren't going to phone me back. I was hoping she weren't going to phone me back. A couple of days later, she phoned me back, said, yeah, we need you to start on Mondays. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, cool, boom. I've gone there now, started the job, cut the long story short. I just went there to be an inspector and tester, but they saw something in me in it, and they decided to make me the manager of the testing manager. So I was managing bare different testers and that. On maximum, I had about 14 man on my team, between like I'll say like 12 and 14 man on my team at once. So boom, man was just making bare money and that. Obviously, like I told you lot in the video, was working from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Saturday, Sunday, and then even Monday to Friday, man was working till 10 o'clock certain times. The latest I ever done was work from 8. The longest I ever done was work from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. Yeah? Boom. So obviously, like man's made bare money and that. Like I said, turning over 2 grand a month or whatever in it. Yeah, boom. 2 grand a week, whatever in it. Boom. So we was coming to the end of the project, and during that time, basically you've got managers and supervisors, then you've got project managers, then you've got project directors, and then you've got the top of the top man, like the director of the company. There was a guy that was just below the top director. So he was above a project director, but just below the director. don't know what, like, oh, he was an operations director. That's what he was. So he was an operations director. And he saw something in me and he said to me, listen, yeah, I like how you are in it. Like, man, just can see the shine and the energy in you, innit? He said, you know what, yeah? I see something in you. So what I want you to do is I want you to just wrap up this job, finish off this contract and that, and then we're gonna train you up to be a commissioning manager. Now, there was a guy that was a commissioning manager there. He was a little bit older than me, like 5 years older than me or something, innit? One of the other managers said to me, Jay, no matter how much overtime, how much hours you want to work, this guy here, he said it in front of us. We was all sitting in a room, all of us. He said, this guy here earns way more than you. And then the guy that he was referring to, obviously sitting in the room, he said, yeah, and I'm still broke at the end of the month because obviously he probably just lives paycheck to paycheck, but he's probably living a mad, fantastic lifestyle. I reckon this guy's probably on like £700 a day. So anyway, so I had the opportunity coming up, you know what I'm saying? Like, they wanted to make me a commissioning manager and that. I'm not saying I'm gonna be on £700 like him. They probably would have put me on a 350, £400 a day though. So anyway, like I said, on this Holborn job where man was making bare money, the job started to slow down because we was coming near to the end of the contract. So anyway, man was just getting lazy and that. Man's just chilling in the office when, like they have this sort of mentality in the workplace, no matter where you are, and it always look busy and that. But me, if I ain't busy, I'm not going to pretend to look busy and that. So anyway, obviously, man had a good time on the job, and that certain madness happened. Like, you get me, man tried to step to me on the job. I had to dash a man on the table and them things there and that. Like, yeah, that job there was memorable and that. You get me. So anyway, um, yeah, I kind of dodged getting fired. Well, to be fair, I wasn't even gonna get fired from that. But anyway, so I got sent from the Holborn job when it was slowing down because I wasn't doing much work. I got sent from there to go and manage and help run another construction site. This was over in Clapham. So when I was there was another manager there, and yeah, I was working under a project manager. So I was the testing supervisor, and I was working under a project manager. And I remember him from the previous construction site, and he was a bit of an arsehole still, but I never had to deal with him and that. So anyway, I weren't getting along with some of the other managers and that because it's like they weren't rating man's gangster and that. Although I had a black cat that says I'm a supervisor, they didn't think I was a supervisor because I came with a bunch of other electrical testers and that. They thought I was just one of them. And anyway, it's like they just weren't rating man or whatever in it. So boom. So something happened in the office one time, innit? And I can't remember, but this manager, who's a project manager who says a bit of an arsehole, must have said something to me. So I answered back, like I said something back in it. Yeah, he's like, listen, I told you to do. He just must have been speaking some mad thing. I said, but shut your fucking mouth. Yeah? And that was basically it. I didn't get fired straight away in it, yeah, but within a week, that man was gone. I'm not having no manager talk to me like I'm a damn rascal idiot. I don't care if the next job that I'm gonna get is gonna be paying me £500 a day. I don't give a shit, blood. I'm not a fucking dickhead. You're not gonna talk to me like some damn idiot when I'll bruck you up and mash you up on the street, fam. So there's no way it's gonna happen in the office and that. Like I said, I've had to dash man on the table in the office and that. You can't step to me. Get me? If a man's talking mad across the table and that, then cool. But basically, one of the workers, one youth from South London, he thought he was a bad boy, innit? He thought he could test, man, innit? I had to throw him on the table, innit? My girl reminds me now and then, she reminded me the other day, but every 6 months and that, she'll remind me, like, Jay, man, if only you get me fly off the handle and that, you could have been on some serious money. You could have been potentially further ahead than you are now and that. I say, yeah, but I don't give a shit. I'm not compromising my self-respect for no fucking paycheck, blood. I'm not having no manager talk to me like some damn idiot. So, you know what? The next job I go to, or the job that I'm at now, if my manager's talking mad, I will put him in his place. If he fires me, then he fires me. I'm not going to hold my mouth and allow someone to disrespect me. I see it all the time. Bare managers in shops, and I'll go to Nando's and the manager at Nando's is talking mad to the employees, and I'm thinking, blood, I would not have that, fam. Yeah, a lot of you lot watching this right now have got a manager that's a fucking arsehole that's getting on to you. You don't do nothing about it, blood. Boy, for me, if I was you, I would have got fired a long time ago. Now, I'm not saying for you lot to fly off the handle and that. You lot might have kids and that. I don't give a shit. My sort of respect is worth more than any fucking paycheck and that. And that's what makes me a fucking man. Anyway, man, I got like 2 seconds to go. that's how I got fired from the infamous Hova job. Stay away, it's done now.